how are we getting on? Oh, just filling the space. Yeah, I've got made up out of the antler, and 20 sticks there. Not so bad, there's some of them going away actually. I met a chap yesterday, grizzly, some man. We were taking out 3 red deer, and so we got on the crack, and cut long story short, I got a bag of it's all small stuff, but it takes out a lot of the roll, and so got a lot of nice bits of roll, antler, very small, but yeah, it'll do for the fusion thing, sticks and bits and pieces, which I'm probably going to do a little bit more of. Actually, it'll be fine, so we'll live with that. But as you can see behind you, I've got them stacked up. Pleased with most of them. I've still a lot of work to do on them. Problem is, I could just finish what I started. I'd be doing well, like, you know, but we'll get there. This one's turned out really nice actually. I've still got a centre piece to make for it, and I put a little bit of coloured cordless round not the thing, just what had actually happened was a piece of the bark came away on the hazel, and it was just to tie it together. And now I've got a different way of marking off for when I'm doing the dowels on there, and I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but gee whiz, it works really well. But I'll show you. To get a mark all the way around when I'm marking down, when I've used the cutter, these are, believe it or not, it's a pipe cutter, copper pipe cutter, and there's a wee bit of adjustment when you're using it to get but it gives you a perfect line and a perfect cut, top cut all the way around the stick, and before I get in with the saw. And so, but occasionally, if the stick isn't just not right, the bark will lift a little bit on it and whatnot, so that happened with this one, so that's what we ended up with this. It works for the ferrules too, funny enough. It can give you an accurate line all the way around the stick. If the stick's circular, if there's slight differences in it, it requires a little bit of adjustment. So you've just got to feel for it, but it works fine. And so, yeah, it works. So we'll just use that, and it does. But as I say, I've got them all kind of glued together and whatnot, and there's lots of different styles, but they're all thumbsticks in a way. And this one's incorporated this bit of wood. I don't know what it is. It's a bit I got off the beach one day. It's probably a bit of elm, I would think. It's obviously got a growth on it, and so yeah. So we double jointed that one and used up a small piece, and it can either be used as, or yeah. So that's it. So also working away with my trout, busily getting it, trying to paint it up to look like a trout, but it's a process. It is working, but now that I've done it this far, I'm looking at the colour of the shank, and remember that's the ivy, and I think I might need to change this a little bit. I'm not so fussed on the colour now, but we'll wait till we get the trout finished. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's alright, it's coming away fine. Cane, the duck head cane, yeah, it's the same. I'm bringing it along bit by bit. It's slightly difficult. It's because of where the damage was on it, and I've had to build it up again, build it up. Not just where I want it yet, but I've put paint on it just to give me an idea, and I will rub back into it again, rub it down a little bit more, and the paint will show up where the high spots are and whatnot. But yeah, pleased with the twisty is very nice. It's all right. So happy with that. For now, anyway. As long as not tired of nothing else. Like, but I'm going to someday this week. I'm going to get in and get the decks cleared a little bit. I do say this, but I need to get into the handles in below at the back here. I've got dozens of them in there, so I really need to go in and every so often I'll go in and empty them out and pick out what I think I'll be using over the kind of coming time. So that's it. But we're finished with the hospital for a little while. I was up seeing this consultant the other day. They're happy with the iron count. And now it's a case of, it should be a case of just the blood transfusion. We should be able to tie in with him hopefully 2 or 3 times a year and take, just to keep the blood level at that, to keep the iron level where it is. So it should work alright. So that's the plan anyway, like, you know. So will I miss that? Well, in some ways I think it was a highlight of my social week, that, like, it was like a reason to get kind of changed and go somewhere. But so I've got Grizzly and that coming at some point, and pick out a couple of sticks. So okay, I don't want this. This is a swap job. That's it, like, you know. But it's all right. It's okay. They're getting at least they're going out the door. You know? But yeah, it's taken quite a little while to get to a point where I'm happy with certain things, like, you know, and I'm now getting close to it, like, you know. So, but it's just about that time of the year, Christmas again. Oh dear, dear. So I'd rather just pass by, but I'm afraid, well, we'll be at church. We'll be at church this Christmas. It's been mentioned that I've not been for a while, so I had quite a successful week. Coffee morning the other week there. The wife was baking for it. I think I mentioned it and whatnot. Not that I got a lot out of it, but she returned home with a nice pot of blackcurrant jam, homemade blackcurrant jam. Good stuff, good stuff. Can't beat a bit of bread and butter, and I'm talking butter too. I'm not talking this margarine stuff. I'm talking butter and jam, reminiscent of when my mother used to make it all. She used to make it way back then. We were always, my father and me would be at Lanark Market on a day and whatnot, and back then of course the Clyde Valley was a big place for food growing, and when it was ready we'd always take a trip down the Clyde Valley and pick up all the stuff that was needed for jam and jellies and all these kind of things and whatnot. My mother would make it all, and of course back then it was, you knew when summer had finished and winter had begun, because your piece was the same. There were only 2 things on your piece in a year, was jam and cheese. So when summer had finished and winter had begun, it was cheese, and when winter finished, summer began, it was jam. And she was very good, mind you, and so that was it, like, you know. There was not a lot of choice back then, and certainly you couldn't sit down to a fry up first thing in the morning, and you stop at these snack bars and fill yourself full of all these other things. But everybody was in the same boat. Everybody was in the same boat then, like, you know. and I worked with an old sawmiller at the time, Bobby Walker, whose piece was the same all the time I worked in. Honey. He came with 2 pieces in honey, and he had one in the morning and one at dinner time. And that was it. And Bobby, that's all, a cup of tea and a piece of honey. And he was a great guy, mind you, tremendous, like, you know, very quiet man, but learned a lot from him. Used to work a big 6-foot Yankee back then, rack bench and whatnot, like, you know. And it was my job to oil everything up and get everything ready for the day's work in the morning, first thing in the morning and whatnot, and then wind, back then the motor had to be wound up to full speed. During the winter it took a little while because and I was one of the few people that could actually wind the motor up and get the feel for it, where it wouldn't throw itself back off. And so I think that it was fun to me because of that, like, you know, that I could actually do that. There were very few of the other lads could actually do that. But I always liked working with him. He was a very clever man, and we cut some fantastic stuff. But when you think back to like things nowadays, these bandsaws and that compared to, like, you know, it's a different ballgame altogether. So we're going to stop it at that. I've got a few other sticks ready to go. I've actually put and I've now actually putting instead of putting stainless steel screws down through the middle now. So once I've made the rowel on the end, a pilot bore down through, and by the time you screw that in, it gives you a really strong joint that can't be broken. I came across them actually. I was using wood screws there for a while, but when I was raking through some of the stuff there a while back there, I came across them, and I was like everything else, I keep everything. And so I said, God, they're stainless steel things there, which is a better deal altogether. So I'm now using these. I'm now using these, which work extremely well. And once they're in, lock solid, not be a problem. Certainly the joint won't break. But I'll need to go get some more glue too. As I say, we've been running through it. But what I'll do is I will concentrate on trying to get these ones finished, hopefully, before I go into anything else. But there's a bag of stuff there, but I can see myself looking at it going, oh, I can do that. Oh, anyway, if I don't make another video before Christmas, which I very much doubt, have a good Christmas.